Hello everyone. I've tried to make this video 3 times now, and it's turned into a rant fest that I may publish some of the outtakes of, but I think it's a little too important to me. That's one of the reasons I'm so worked up about it, for me to make it a very long video for such a very simple message. There are 2 main fights going on in the so-called atheist community, and that is the minor one I think of as the fight between basically the feminist versus the we don't need no stinking harassment policy atheists. And the major fight is those who think they know the capital T truth, of which some are on both sides of that other fight. You know, there are some on either side, I mean. And those who simply have in common the characteristic of lacking a belief in a deity or deities. And those would be the anti-theists and everybody else who is an atheist or agnostic. And it is to the last conflict and the latter group, well, no, sorry, the anti-theists, that most of my ire really is focused at. And I'd really love to name names, and everybody who's involved knows who I'm talking about if you've been paying attention. But it really distracts from the main point to focus it on personalities, because this is not about personalities. To make it about personalities and hierarchies and the cause and what is right, and as far as what is the right way to think, is to adopt the tools of organized religion and attempt to use them against organized religion, which I'm sure isn't a battle they've ever fought before, and I'm sure is one we would be terribly successful at. If you can't catch the irony there, you need to unsubscribe from me right now. But the idea of saying that a poorly defined class of human social interaction and endeavor, such as religion, is something that must be minimized or eliminated or whatever is and this is difficult to say about some people I like, then please realize that I am focusing very narrowly on exactly what I said. Taking a word such as religion that is so ill-defined, even the Abrahamic religions, and venting against them as some kind of harm when the roots of the Abrahamic religion are actually the branches of human psychology. And those concepts of hierarchy and dogma and ritual and that overarching unfalsifiable narrative which gives the group identity are present in ideology and clan and family and extended family, not nuclear family, and political party and class and to a certain extent ethnicity. That to go after broad shotgun things is sloppy, uncreative, and I am not most specifically naming names because it is endemic to the culture of YouTube, which is kind of like what PowerPoint is to literature, YouTube is to any other information source in the world. So I understand that you're oversimplifying, but realize you're giving out oversimplifications to a group of people who came to a website whose sole purpose is to mass market oversimplifications. And I think it is beneath us to speak in those terms and to not be precise with our language. If we are going to claim to be skeptics, if we are going to claim to be free thinkers of any kind, then to dishonor those traditions with such linguistic and conceptual bullshit I feel like it's taking a giant step backwards when we as a race, a species, are just now starting to try and see the world for what it is, and actually starting to think about possibly in a few hundred years getting good at it. So keep that in mind as you make your little crusades, or as you don't. Thank you for your time and attention.